properly plugged in this time. Yes, yes. What's going on with the mic? Oh, it's working. The daily technical difficulties. You've gotta love them. And I thought I'd have a little fun with some slightly different music today. It's been a while since I played this one, so I figured, why not? Now, what are we doing today? Not just terraforming and building stuff and getting things looking really good in this area. We're gonna be telling the story of the lake. Now, this lake, well, it's got quite the story, I have to say. And we're gonna be discussing a bit of it. So let's see if we can get things started. Oh, that's already looking tons better. Yep, there we go. Okay. I think what we're gonna do, and I know we're doing some terraforming. We're gonna be doing some decorating, tweaking, and tinkering, fiddling too. But the story of the lake starts with the pretty blonde in that bottom right corner of the screen there. The youngest of our villain's offspring. She has, well, a temper that might scare the Hulk. Because we'll say her temper is more explosive than his. We thought his temper was explosive. Well, hers is actually explosive. That music is a bit on the loud side, isn't it? It started out so quiet. Let's see if we can tone that down a bit. I definitely do like the classical music. Let's see. Now, we're going to need some buildings and stuff out here, too. I don't think this little plot is wide enough for another warehouse, but we got to put something in here. Nope, not that. This is actually turning out good. It's just base terrain right now. I admit that. But base terrain is an easy fix. What we're going to do is put in our base terrain and then have our fun with building stuff. Okay. Oh, this is already very helpful. This area is going to be more industrial, so we're going to try to figure out how to build a factory of some kind. But do look at this. Ah, yes. Yeah, if we can fill this in, make it look good, all that kind of fun stuff. Yes, confirm that. There we go. And we just carve it up a little. Yes. Yep, that'll do. I want to repeat the process with the next layer down so it just looks more natural, less straight. We're going to go back in, get rid of the obsidian, stuff like that. Oh, much better. Mm-hmm. Gives it a much more natural look. there. There we go. Yeah. I'm quite a bit happier with this already. Yeah, way better. Okay, I admit it. It looks a little scalloped, but it still does give give enough of a natural appearance to work. As for this, we're just going to break it down. Okay. Now we can curve this down a little more naturally. Rough this up a bit. Much better. Yep, that definitely looks way better and much more natural too. Okay, what buildings might we put in here? Definitely not houses. Put a food truck. Well, it is a factory kind of area. So how about a block store? see if that works. You put it one block back where I didn't want it. But it oh, it wrecked the sidewalk. Dang it. Try that. Still wrecked the sidewalk. Darn it. Okay, just plain and simply too big. Let's see. The park is definitely not appropriate here. What about a market stall? No, not really appropriate. Okay, that's kind of a bust. Fine, we'll just foliage brush this to death. Nope, not the mask we were looking for. There we go. Alright, we'll just get rid of all the obsidian in the area. Yeah, you want me to load more chunks? Fine, do that. Music's gone quiet again, hasn't it? There we go. Yeah, I think we're just going to foliage brush this to death. Okay. Alright. More trees and things we get to grow in, the more obscure that lake is going to be, too. Which is not a bad thing at all. We don't really want the lake super visible in the first place. Let's see if we can obscure the lake. Oh, yeah. Yeah, this area is just not quite big enough for something to be here. I'm pretty sure that's not going to work. Okay. Oh, pardon me. what kind of mischief we can create with this. Admittedly, foliage around the lake itself should be kind of a dying type, but I don't know. First things first, let's see if we can get this foliage in. But it is safe to say Hare's temper is a very dangerous one. And she's on a very, very short fuse. She gets set off pretty easily. So, whatever set her off during the invasion, this lake suffered the consequences pretty hard. Okay. Oh, yeah. This is turning out really good. I know the plants are all random and stuff, but the idea remains. Ooh, pardon me. The idea remains that this area really had issues. This area has suffered a lot. Let's see if we can cover up this glowstone. Come on. Maybe we'll put up like a iron bar fence around it. Or something. Make sure this area grows in nicely. Speaking of growing, there's a tree right now. Yeah. Oh, for some reason I just couldn't stop yawning today. Got enough sleep. I'm on a new sleep schedule. Maybe that's something. Yeah, I like this. We start coaxing these to throw in nicely. We'll just fill this gap. Yeah. We don't need the azaleas in here. Looking around for our... There we go. There we go. And we're gonna be... I'm gonna have to come back in here and tweak the biome a bit. Oh, but that's detail biome. Oh, hello. Good morning. Welcome in. We're working in a different world today. Let's see. I did subscribe right after stream yesterday. I did go in and subscribe. Okay, I think we've covered all the glowstone around here, except with the sidewalk there. I think that worked. Let's get rid of these mushrooms. That's some interesting content, I have to admit. And I have to say, I did have chickens in the yard growing up. They weren't actually my chickens, but yeah, I am familiar with chickens. It's always fun to learn about new types. Let's see. We need to do some map updating, that's for sure. Let's grab this one, and this one. Start. Okay, let's see what we get. There's our foliage coming in. Much better. There's our lake filling in. Yeah, we get some geysers around here. Looks much better. So yeah, I've put around chickens and stuff. Okay. Let's see if we can update this one while we're at it. Oh, and the world is just refusing to load in. And since it's refusing to load in, it's refusing to update. But you can see where I had wool lines showing where I was doing the height transitions here. It was kind of a cool thing. There we go. There we go. That's better. Yeah, we don't need these anymore. We've updated them. Yeah, this world is 100% custom. It's going to be sluggish. It's going to be a little crazy. But that's because I can't reset the chunks or anything. Oh, that looks so much better now. This is going to help us figure out this is going to help us figure out where we want to put buildings and things too. We need the maps up to date. You can see the trees starting to pop up in there. Just perfect. Alright, come on, update. Come on. computer's just gonna be fussy today. In its defense, it does not really like this world. There we go. It's just not going to let me update those maps. There we go. There we go. I gotta say, this area is looking really cool now. Are you gonna let me update the map? As you decided to load the area? Yes, you are. Alright. We killed some time while we made it load the area. Yeah. Barely tell there's a difference in biome there. It's exactly what I want. Whoop, whoop, there goes a Bill bridge popping into view. That bridge was fun. Here's the rest of the lake. Look at our geysers popping up. I have to say, these things are so fun. Alright, that's those 4 maps now up to date. Okay, let's get rid of these and go update the rest. Or at least a few more. They haven't been updated since before I got the water in the lake. You can see, this is a pretty complicated world. Did I overdo it? I think I did. Yep, too many. Okay. There goes that geyser again. Our villains definitely did some damage when they tried to do that when they did that hostile takeover. Alright, let's see here. Well, it's finally loading in. Good. That's better. The real challenge is going to be getting the lighting into this bridge. But we've got the glowstone over there we can just continue on with. That's something. We definitely have a stunning lake here. I mean, the water's a hideous color, but it's stunning. Kind of a cool thing. Let's see. What we don't want is people on this side of the water to see the water even. You know, kind of an out of sight, out of mind thing. We're gonna have to try and build up hills here. Which would be based on this. Out 4 or 5 blocks there. want to kind of build it up. And then gradually slope it back down, get to the water. Like, no, not fair. Cut out game. Like so. Keep hiding our glowstone as we go. Hopefully, we can make a nice, decent hill that hides from the pretty part of the city the nastiness of the lake. There we go. We can just coax our terrain to spawn in. There's the rest of our lake. Yeah, there we go. Kind of fly around a little bit here. Get things to spawn in and update. Alright, we don't need these maps anymore. Let's see. Yeah, we're going to want a hill over here to help that road come down. Yeah. Okay. That went up pretty quickly. Right. Almost forgot I had to do that. We keep doing things this way. Okay. Darn it. Hope I brought that up. Okay. Definitely a fair bit of terraforming to be done here. Okay, that's a start. Okay, let's see if we can keep our hill going. And the trick is that we have this glowstone to help prevent hostile mobs spawning, even though that's turned off right now. Okay, we've got a nice slope going on here. see if we can continue it. Okay. Yeah, that works. Uh-huh. Let's do that. Okay. I may have to switch the music. Plus, it was a little too quiet. Let's see. Yeah, I can put another store over there. Other places. I think I was planning a walkway there to get to the park. Mm. We're going to have to mimic the hill on this side. Okay. I'm going to see what we can do with this. By way of making a nice hill. If we can get terrain to look good in this world, we can get buildings to look good, I think. We might be able to put a building up here. We'll see. Alright. I like where this is going. There we go. Okay. Now we've got our base terrain in place to play with. Might have to put more base terrain in. That's just our basic grid. But I like where this is going. I did have kind of an off-camera brainstorm. What if I changed the biome of the entire city to mushroom fields? That would guarantee nothing hostile could spawn, including phantoms. Despite the grid here. The grid of lighting is just for, well, lighting purposes. But that would take a lot of effort to make sure the entire city got the biome. On the other hand, it wouldn't be this slightly dull green for the grass. It would be the bright green of the mushroom fields, which would be fun. There's a lot of work to be had with this area, but I'm down for it. Who's with me? I mean, we get this area to look, get the terrain in this area just right. We can start putting in buildings and stuff, and it would improve the area considerably. If I'm not mistaken, this is, what, an ice cream store or a cake store? Cake. Oh, it was close. Had to be one of the two. Alright. There we go. Oh, I'm actually really happy with this right now. And don't get me wrong, these buildings all have interiors. This world is very, very detailed. I have made a point of detailing the daylights out of this, and I'm so proud of it. Yeah, I think we can get away with not a plant store because it's too close to the water there. It would have to be something else. It's definitely not a residential area. Food for thought, I guess. I don't know if a grocery store would be a good idea here either, honestly. The lake is meant to be very toxic. When Carol lost her temper, it was a toxic loss of temper. She was she's dangerous when she really loses it. Let's see here. This is just getting in the base terrain that we want to play around with. It assures we have our lighting grid in place. The area will look a lot smoother when we come back in and do our customization. Yeah, I'm liking this. Okay. We come back over here. Grab this. We can fill in this gap. And let's smooth that out so we can make there we go. That helps start the hill up there. And I definitely want the hill to help cover the water there. We're going to be doing that all the way down. That hill is going to go all the way. Means we definitely need a store of some kind to go in there. Bookstore, food truck, definitely not a plant store. Large market. How about just a market? Oops, wrong thing. Why do I keep pushing the wrong button? That button. How about a market next to the cake store? Whee! And we'll make sure it doesn't overlap. Right there. It overlapped. Ooh. What about right there? Ooh, excellent. Excellent. And it didn't interfere with the hill, which is just what we want. Beautiful. of that. Put this back in there. Let's get some more of this glowstone down where it belongs. Some of these buildings are from add-ons, others are not. Like that tower over there, that's a triple tower, and it is not from an add-on. This building is not from an add-on. My little speedy spider is not an add-on thing. And some of the buildings that are not from add-ons, I've made available Patreon patrons for anybody interested. I took some of my favorite builds and made them available for Patreon patrons. Anybody that joins Patreon for $1 or more has access, regardless of the version you play, to certain buildings that are in this world. They're actually build schematics that you can follow and build them for yourself. But things like the marketplace and the cake store, those are add-on buildings. I can't put them up. So, little plug for Patreon there. I haven't added Speedy Spider, but I can be talked into it. But I thought it would be a good time to mention it. I do want to naturalize that terrain, because that's super straight. Yeah, this needs to be naturalized. Okay. As you can see in the main part of the city here, or at least a main area of the city, it looks pretty good. We're going to be adding in cars and stuff, though. Okay. Okay, there's a lot of cool stuff we can do around here. We also want something over here, perhaps. I don't think there's enough room now. Let's see, can we get the mask right the first time? Yes, we did. We got the mask right the first time. Woo! There we go. There we go. Okay. fun of the mask is it doesn't affect our glowstone. It just gets rid of the obsidian. That is actually really good looking. Okay, so we want this. Let's see if we can get rid of our obsidian over here. There we go. We want to finish this path sooner or later. Which means we need to build up the grass to replace with the andesite there. Okay. And then we can do it over here too. So clear that. We do it right the first time. Nope. There we go. We got it right the second time on this one. Okay, so oop. This path is now complete and looks super amazing right now. I'm going to take this as far as we had filled in with the grass. Okay. So let's just hand fill this in. It shouldn't take long. We can use our mask to fill it in the rest of the way with the andesite. Aha. Okay, so we're gonna need to. Oh. So that's plain interesting. Let's fill this in so we can figure out the rest. Oh, and pardon me. Oh, I need a break. So let's run our little Debbie ad. Okay, that's better. It's been a lot of talking. Ah. So if we back that up with that, we'll fill this in nicely. The obsidian the rest of the way. Yeah, that's what we want to do. I made that a little side. Again. I do kind of curve this a little more, and this has to come up anyway to match up with the sidewall. There we go. And when we get the andesite in place, I'll come back and do the grass. Alright. Okay. Have the andesite I do. So be that. There. It kind of cures the problem a little bit. Okay. Now if we get rid of our math, back down here, go boop. And there we go. Boop. Nice and easy. Grab our, where is it? Come on. Grab that. Come on. Come on. And there we go. So much better. A lot faster filling in terrain with copy paste, I can say that much. This just lets me set up basic terrain that I can tweak and tinker with a little bit more. effect. Okay. Yeah, much better. On this side of the lake, we definitely want to obscure the changes so that it doesn't look polluted when it actually is polluted. And the sulfur cave biome just had such a timely arrival. I love it. I have to be fair, I am anticipating the poplar stuff, because the yellow leaves are going to make great looking, sickly looking trees. I know it's meant to be like a fall type biome, autumn kind of look, but I need them for the sickly look too. Yeah, this is going to be perfect. You think about it, a sick tree usually has yellow leaves or holes in the leaves, which we can't do in Minecraft, but yellow leaves, With the new trees coming out, yeah, we'll have that ability. We definitely want the area around the lake to look very sickly and poisoned and stuff. It might not have just been Care who lost her temper that day. One of her sisters might have gotten angry as well. If not all of her sisters. It's certainly fun to speculate, isn't it? Ooh, and yes, I'm loving every bit of this. Between all those siblings, maybe with the exception of Stigery, they have some very dangerous abilities. Now, okay, he's dangerous as well, but the sisters are known for their temper. combine that temper. Ooh. Well, let's just say you wouldn't want to be within a few 100 miles of that problem. Okay, I'm going to have to do that by hand, I think. Pasting in this grid is not going to work there. Yeah. At least in part, I'm going to be doing some of this by hand. Let's see here. Oh, that's way better. Nope, not there. There we go. Yeah, if we can obscure and hide the nastiness. We know it's nasty, but we don't want it to be obvious until you get close. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I'm liking this. This is turning out terrific. Let's see if we can add a little more height, I think. And really make this area look good. There we go. We gotta fill in that little gap there. Okay. This is definitely going to give us really nice terrain to start with. Pardon me. I think this is going to work really well. Yeah, we'll just call this our base terrain. Gives us a nice, easy sloping hill to play with. And that is going to make it really easy to build it up and work with. Or obscuring the lake there. You know how a sculptor uses a ball of clay to get started? That's exactly what we're creating here, is our ball of clay. They can take a ball of clay and turn it into a beautiful pot or bowl or something. Oh, we're making our ball of clay to start. Okay. It gives us something malleable to work with. Okay. Come on. There we go. Yeah, this is absolutely perfect. It's going to give us something something meaty to play with. Yeah. If we could take it up pretty much level with with the road there. It'll give us a nice hill to play with. Okay. Do like how this is turning out. Yeah, this is going to be a nice start for our hill, I think. It's not going to be perfect, not by any stretch, but it gives us a good start to play around with. Matter of fact, I can't do much with this side because this side's already basically sculpted from when we did the wool lines before. So this side is going to be less malleable than the rest. Let's see if we can get some terrain pieces in place. We've got a pool right there, and a park right there. I mean, it's kind of a recreational area because we've got the ice cream store right there to go with it. So maybe I should make them look a little more rundown and not so brand new. We'll see. Let's see what we can do with this. We are gradually running out of time for today. Come on. There we go. This is just looking so much better. And all this is William Tell cues up. That's such a fun theme. There we go. Yeah, this is going to take a bit of work. A good bit of work. That's okay. This whole city has taken a good bit of work. I'm very happy with the result I've been getting. So. It's worth the work. Worth the effort. I love this. Okay. We've got a decent slope. Now, just for sake of argument, let's go down to our path. Can we see the lake? No. We can see the bridge. That is absolutely perfect right there. We do not want to see the lake from this side of the bridge. We want it to be very obscure. So the more we can build up the terrain, the better. Okay. Yeah, we absolutely do not want the water to be visible from that part of the city. Not at all. Oh, this is going to turn out good. And we're going to just eventually get rid of the obsidian. We'll just carve this down nicely. Gonna give it a little bit of a curve. Make it feel more natural. Fill in this little gap. this is going to look so cool when we're done. It'll be worth all the headaches that came with copy-paste. Fill this bit in. Just a bit of handwork here. As the game froze, it turns out I was on the building there. Yes. Ooh, I am very much happy with how this is going to look. Yep, looks a lot better. Let's see if we can naturalize this. Way better. Yeah. So much nicer. Okay. Time to continue that trend. Yeah. This is where we find our malleable terrain. We break some, we add some. And we get a nice bit of terrain going. There we go. these nice big curves going for us. Yes. Gotta love having just basic terrain to work off of. And you look at that, it looks so much nicer. We get rid of the obsidian and we'll have some very good looking terrain to play with. Again, we just add some, take it away. So much better. Sadly, we're out of time for the day. You know what? I want to finish this a little more. We're not going to finish the whole area, no way. We're going to finish the layer we're on, to some degree at least. That does look a lot better. The idea being, of course, that we build this up so that the grass is even with the sidewalk there, creating a nice big hill with some nice terrain. Let's see if we're going to adjust this a little better. Oh, so good. Okay. Before I go down that rabbit hole again, we should call it. So, if you've enjoyed this, please leave a like, subscribe, turn on notifications, that kind of fun stuff. And until next time, bye for now.